Real estate investment, core of it requires time. This cashback scheme is that we should come. I should bring my 10 million naira, and then in before the December, I'm going to get 50%. 50% means that I'm going to get 5 million naira back. Even in the government bonds, they don't do 50%. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Tea Talk with Goodness Usman, your number one real estate talk show in Africa. And that is thanks to each and every one of you who keep showing up every Sunday when we upload and watch and then join the conversation. Honestly, you guys are the real MVP. So today we're going to go straight into the conversation. For those of you who are new on this YouTube channel, thank you. Welcome. We love you. We're so glad you decided to join the Niger Realty 24/7 family. And hey, this show basically is where I come and discuss trending topics about real estate, FAQs, and then just air my opinions about things that you guys want me to discuss, or what I see that is making rounds on the internet. People are questioning, and that's why we always say, please, if you have any topic you want us to discuss, put it in the comment section or get across to me, and then we will discuss it. So hey, everything we discuss on this show is basically from my own personal and professional opinion. So it's okay for you to disagree. It's okay for you to agree. It's okay for you to have another view. Respectfully share your view if you don't agree with me in the comment section. And like I always share, that I'm always here to learn and unlearn. So it's not like I'm master of it all. No, it's just my opinion. So I just need to put that out there, because I see that sometimes some people just come into the comment section and start bashing and all that. Please, this is a free zone. I mean, it's about love and light here. We don't do hate. Please, so yeah, as much as you want to hear your opinion, don't allow you have a ton of hate, and please don't bash anybody also hearing their own opinion respectfully. Okay, so let's go straight into the tradition. As we all know, it is Tea Talk, and the show is not complete without we sharing our tradition. So I'm going to grab my cup of green tea as usual, and then you should get comfortable where you are. Grab your cup of tea as well, or coffee, or glass of water, juice, whichever one works for you. And please sit down and enjoy this conversation with me, shall we? Ooh. Yes, I promised I was going to stop doing the third sip. All right, and I tried, right? Okay, so let's go right into today's topic. So this topic is based on frequent, let's say frequently asked question, or it's been popping up all the time in so many conversations I have with investors in the Nigerian real estate market, especially Nigerians in diaspora. So to be honest, I've tried as much as possible not to talk about this topic, but because it becomes something everyone so many people rather seems to be interested in, I just wanted to drop my own opinion about it. And of course, it's about this new trend, which has been the trend for a while now, about 2 or 3 years down the line now, and it's becoming way, way more popular, which is this thing they call real estate cashback. So the topic basically would be real estate is which one is better, real estate cashback or real estate investments. Okay, they call the real estate cashback as investment. So I'm going to break it down for you guys, for those who probably I've never even heard about it. So there's a scheme that some real estate developers have been doing, like I said, for a couple of years now, and it's becoming more popular, so to speak. And some of us are wondering what that is, and like some of you are investors are wondering what that is, which is you would invest your money in a real estate with a real estate company, some real estate company, and they will ask you to get a certain percentage at a certain period of time. So let's use 12 months. as the case right now, a case study. So some real estate company would come to you and say, okay, invest 10 million naira, and you spread it within a 12 months period of time, and then get 50%. Some do as high as 50%, some do 30%, some do 25%, as the case is with the particular real estate company. And then they'll give you your money back. They tell you that the scheme is insured. They'll tell you that you get a posted check. You fill a form, and then they tell you that, okay, so at the long run, if you don't want to, you can reinvest your money after your 12-month duration or 6-month duration. I think they don't do a very short duration for my research. They do 6, they do 12. The 3 months, you don't get a lot when it comes to the percentage you get as your payback, and then you get your money back. So they give you a posted check in your name for dated the expiration of your chosen duration. So you're going to get your money back, or they advise you to reinvest whether your capital or your profits, or some people just go back with it. And then I've had a lot of people asking me, what do I think about this scheme? As to the regular one we do in Nigeria Realty 24/7, which is advising you to either buy a land or buy a house, depending on your purpose for investing in the Nigerian real estate market. But most importantly, we are here to encourage you to use real estate as a means of growing your net worth, and of course, leaving wealth for yourself, generations on board, etc., etc. So, like I said before, now I'm just going to have my own opinion, what I think. And this particular thing, I've been researching it for a while now. I think about 2 years ago, I almost get involved in it until I just said, no, I don't think this works for me. And I see more real estate companies are coming up with it. I see a lot of clients. I see it online. People come and say, oh, they got their money back and all of that. So this is my own opinion. First of all, the very first time I got to know about this, I think it was 3 years ago, basically, I was really confused because I understand when I checked what the offers were, he sounded like bonds. Okay. I mean, I do money market, right? I've been doing money market personally for over 10 years or thereabout now, though I'm not very much effective in it right now because of the inflation, the amount, and all of that. But that was what I started. I started over 15 years ago, actually, not 10 years ago. I was introduced into the first FBN money market, and then it went into bonds, and then federal government bonds. I started understanding the market, trading money, and all of that. So to the best of my ability, the little I understand with that, when I studied this real estate cashback, I kind of see what they're trying to do there. I saw the model, okay, which was about the same thing with money market. I'm going to stick to money market because that's the simplest I can talk about and less complex, okay? So many of you who know me know that I don't like to, I don't like complex things. I don't like to make things too complex. I like to break things down as simple as possible. And why is I don't really do vocabulary? Because I want everybody to understand me. You understand? Simple communication just cut it for me. So yeah, what they are asking you to do is about that model. I feel like they're replicating that model and then they pick that model and then bring it into the real estate market. But that then I have several questions, right? And also the other part was there was a trend also some couple of years ago, MMM, right? MMM was the most common one where people were kind of a money doubling scheme, put your money and get rich scheme, fast scheme kind of. And then loads of Nigerians lost their money. I was not part of those who lost any kobo because anything that is too quick, I kind of don't understand it. And I never fall into the pressure. I almost fall into the pressure. So while I was studying this scheme, I won't lie, the money market thing was what I studied. And then I look at the modem of the MMM and likes of so many of them. I'm like, this looks alike. I don't know. And so realistically, as a real estate person, we're still learning and unlearning the real estate market, understanding its peculiarity and everything. I checked the model of real estate investment, the core of it as well. Okay. When we come and say, oh, it's a very good means of edging over inflation, a perfect means of creating wealth for generations of one, and all of that, what does that really mean at the core of it? First of all, what I realized is that it does mean it does require time. Okay, I've said this on this channel, on this show before. Real estate investments requires time. Anything that has to do with real estate investment, I think even all over the world, when we say, oh, buy property in UK, in the US market, Canada, and all of those, that you're going to get your return in 6 months, in 3 months. Truth be told, is there anyone that you actually turn over your money in 3 months? I mean, I'm open to learn. So please, if you're an investor majorly in these markets that is not the Nigerian market, and you've been able to turn out your money in 3 months and with very high percentage in terms of return, share it with me in the comment section. Like I said, I'm not based in like UK, I'm not based in Canada, I'm based in Lagos. I can only say the one I know, and even the one in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria, I'm still even learning the ropes, because like I always say, the real estate market in Nigeria is peculiar, and hence why I don't like it when people compare us to other markets, because I mean there are other factors involved, and that's why we use the word peculiar. So back to this scheme. Real estate investment, core of it requires time. In fact, to have a good chunk of returns, it takes time. So time now differs 1 year, 2 years, half a decade, and then depending on where you're investing in, right? So now this cashback scheme is that I should bring my 10 million naira, and then before the December, I'm going to get 50%. Now let's dissect this. 50% means that I'm going to get 5 million naira back. Okay. Even in the government bonds, they don't do 50%. In fact, let's even discuss this. Now, again, no, this is my personal opinion. Personal opinion, based on personal research, based on personal conversations with mentors in the industries, people who have been in the industries for years, who are, they have been in this industry for 3-4 decades. And then I'm asking them, why are you guys not doing this? Why is this not a thing for you guys in this part of this market? So I just wanted to know, man, this is what I realized on my own as well. So yeah, if you're saying you should bring the bank, when the bank is loaning you money, the bank is not even as high as that. So the question I always ask about this scheme is, how reliable is this? Right? We have people who are doing it. People are chunking out return on their investment. So one of the things I realized about it is that most of these people who invest in this kind of scheme, if you look at them very, very well, they're not even real estate investors. Yes, I have to say that. I know that some people might discontent. I mean, I was having a conversation behind the camera with my crew that this conversation might, step on toes, and then some people feel edgy about it. But I mean, it's my opinion, right? And because many have asked me, I said, okay, it's about time I just address it publicly. I'm not here to condemn people who are doing it, but I'm just saying, for you who know me and you're probably considering it, just ask the right questions, okay, before you do it. I mean, I always call it a pyramid. So let's go back to when these MMM schemes were. I'm not saying it is MMM. I'm not saying cashback is MMM. Nobody should come and take it in the wrong context. So, and if you take it in the wrong context and you're coming for me, trust me, I'm ready for you as well. And you must be ready for me with proof. So back to it. The first set of people who did those schemes, they made a lot of money, right? I have quite a lot of neighbors back then who made a lot of money, life and direct, right? And then they were saying, see now, and I had some who also got in between of the pyramid. I mean, they were not the first batch. I think they got in between, and at the tail end, majority of the people who lost their money, some people even lost their lives, some people developed serious sickness due to that, was people who got in at the end of the pyramid, at the bottom of the pyramid. They were the one that lost at the end of the day. So yes, this is also a pyramid. I'm sorry, but it's a pyramid. It's just the truth. Somebody is going to lose at the end of the pyramid. And the question is, would you be the somebody that is going to lose at the end of this pyramid? Now, back to what I was saying, that I studied most of the people who get involved in this kind of scheme, they are not really real estate investors. Because if you're a real estate investor, you understand the core of real estate investment. I don't think that should be attractive to you. Okay? Yeah, you can do a quick in and then cash it out. I mean, I get that. But what if you are caught up at the bottom of the pyramid? That's the question. That's what keeps coming into my mind. And then some people will say, oh, you're not a high risk taker. Well, personally, as an investor myself, I don't think I like high risk investment. yet. Because as I grow, I probably will be learning how to or building the muscle to do more iris or iris ended investment. But for now, I kind of just go with the middle and this middle risk, and then what I understand. So yes, if you understand it, if you're convinced and then you're sure about it, why not? If not, but if you're not, the basics of it, I think you should just completely stay away from it because, like I said, a real estate investment, a real estate developer is mainly in the market to make home ownership easy for people, help them own a home, help them become homeowner, help them become landowner, whichever way you want to put it, right? So if you say that's what the call of a real estate developer is all over the world. Abi, developer, you buy a land, develop it, build a home of different specification, and then sell it out, right? Or help someone to acquire the land and then help the person to build, right? All over the world. That's the basics of a real estate developer. So when you now come and saying, oh, you have an investment scheme, the question is does it even have CBN backing? Because that was the first question I asked. And then I had a couple of friends who worked in the CBN back then. I was asking this question, and the things they even told me, I would not even bother to say it online. So yeah, that's got me confused as well. Like, okay, what's the CBN saying? Now, there's a particular CBN. I've been looking for that article while we're doing this. I thought I'd save it somewhere, but I kind of don't get it. I'm really sorry. I should bring that up. I saw a CBN article recently that kind of, I wish I have that article. I saved it. When I saw it, I saved it. And then I can't find it at the time we're recording. That kind of, to my understanding, went against that scheme. Right. So for those of you asking me about it, like I said, just go into it with your eyes wide open. Just know that it's a 50-50 thing. Okay. If you get your money in, congratulations to you. If you don't get it out, the good thing is also some of them say that in the contracts you sign that you're going to get an equivalent land. Now, the concept of them getting those percentage for you as a return is what I'm also throw back at. I mean, I'm confused at. You're telling me you're going to give me 50% return within 12 months or 25 or 30, whatever it is. And how do you make that money back? You're saying you buy a large bulk land. So let's say you buy maybe 100 acres of land, and then you're selling the land. And then as the land is increasing in value, that's where you're sharing the profits to people. Fantastic. But we forget that we are in Nigeria. We forget that we are in Lagos, Nigeria. Some of the lands we bought 3 years ago, 5 years ago, do they really have 50% value on it? How easy is it for us to even sell those lands right now? That you're not saying that that's the way you've been making return on the investment, and then you're giving it back to this. So now, what I'm saying in the closing of this, I don't want to go too into this, is that as much if you want to do this, if they're offering you a plot of land, not the information on the plot of land they're offering you. So let's say they have hundreds of acres of land in maybe Ijebu or Ekpe or Ibejuleki or Ajah, anywhere. Make sure that that land has the title, because let it also be a story that touch. Years later, it's now story that touch, because the land you are holding on to, you also don't have access to it. At the end of the day, it's now totally a loss for you. Do you understand? And I understand what this real estate, some very few actually real estate companies are doing. And then you find the ones doing it, that the ones that are just coming into the market. Some of them are now stable in the market, but it shocks me that they are still doing it. I have a particular real estate company. I've been monitoring them for 3 years now. I think this is the 4th year. They are very big on this buyback thing. And I'm wondering, now probably they used it to raise money. Yes, they use it to raise money, and then they go into development, and then they're still doing it. What I'm just saying is, in a nutshell, ensure or be sure that you're not at the bottom of the pyramid. You don't fall at the bottom of the pyramid, because if you want to invest in real estate, whether you're buying a land, which is either you're buying a land for land banking, or you're buying a land you want to build your new home or next home, or you're buying an off-land property, or you're buying a finished house you want to move in, or you want to use for rental income, or you want to use for Airbnb. Do you understand? Or you're buying a commercial property that you want to use for a shopping mall and all of that. So that's the core of real estate that I understand. I mean, we know that there's a real estate investment fund as well, and they have a scheme by the government, but that's not very, very much functioning here. right? So if government comes down and say, oh, just the way we have all the banks come and say, oh, just the way we have this money market and say, oh, this money market thing, we can do it for you. That's a different ball game, because we know that these banks that we do this bonds and money market thing with, they trade your money. They are using our money to trade. So that's more realistic for me as an investor, not even a realtor. It's more realistic for me as an investor. And that explains why I didn't jump on it. And when I see some people jump on things, they just jump on things because there's money there, first of all, and is the thing that is happening. I mean, must you jump on everything that is happening without asking question? So my own question is, money markets, we understand it, right? And like I said, there are newer ones. I'm just sticking to money markets right here because it's the easiest one for me to remember, and then the simplest one. Money markets, the banks we majorly is banks. Banks have their affiliates. All these banks, they have it. They do all this investment bond, investment savings. They even have even savings accounts that you have. They put your money there. Your money, accrue profits within a longer period. Again, even the banks, you make more money when you leave it for a longer period, which is done on annually, basically. But you can break it. If you break it, you lose more money. So what am I saying? These banks give loans to people, which I'm saying that these people that are telling you that you want to get 50%, as high as 50%, as high as 35%. If I go and take a loan from a bank, and I don't want to go deeply into this analysis, honestly, but I've had very smart conversations with smart financial people. I'm not a financial analyst, to be honest. I'm just learning it, okay? But I've had behind the camera, I have just a serious conversation, and I'm like, okay, so if the bank is giving loan out to people, they're getting the return on it, and then that's where they're also giving you, and then they have other ways they're trading. They're trading every day. Real estate developer does not trade every day. There's no, our products are not products that are, what's the word now? I'm looking for the right word to use, okay? But let me just use trading. We don't trade every day. So if a real estate developer is telling me to put my money down and under 12 months, I'm going to get XYZ percentage, fantastic. But how are you making that XYZ percentage that you're paying people? Those large chunk of money you're paying out to people. Let's not even talk about, it's not just that percentage you're paying, no. You're also paying a commission on it. How? How does that even work? I honestly, personally, I don't understand it. And anything that is confusing to me, I don't bother going into it. And I think I've seen that trait with most real estate investors. If you're confused about it as an investor, you seek more information. And when you seek information, you're still confused, then you let it go. So yes, rounding this up, my opinion, like I said earlier, and if you want to go into it, you're convinced about it, you've done your research. Because I mean, I've seen people call me on this, and then you're telling them your opinion, and they feel like, no. Once they give me a positive check, I can lodge it, I'm going to get my money. They are real, they're not scammers. I'm not saying they're scammers. People still go ahead and do it. I mean, it's been working for years, but the question again is, when do you know it to stop working? Because I just somewhere just feel at the bottom of that pyramid, something is just going to happen, and just pray it's not you that it happens to in terms of losing your money. So it's a different ballgame where you're buying a property, you buy a land, and then the land is there, and nothing is happening with the land, the estate is not developing it, but you know that the worth of that land is still appreciating, first of all, and it has not been taken over by the government, it has not been taken over by Omonile, and you just know, you can see the land still existing there. Then that's more secured and safe for me, and way less riskier than that. I mean, we have other parameters for that as well, but I'm just saying that if you want to do it, just know what you're doing. I mean, go into it with your eyes open, meaning you are armed with the information. Those don't pick up those information and run with it. Ask questions. I think in this regard, you have to be logical. Just ask logical questions. How does this really work? Basically, because when we even do money, I mean, the insurance part is that they give you a positive check, and then you're confident that, okay, you're going to get your money back. I mean, I've seen cases of checks bounce. And anyways, just know what you're doing if you want to do it. So this is my opinion about it. I promised I was going to address it, and I'm addressing it. So yes, I just want to remind you guys, please, if you have any topic, any question, anything you want us to treat, you want me to throw my opinion around out here about, please send it to me and then we'll talk about it. So now, tell me in the comment section, have you done this buyback project before, a scheme before? You've gotten your money back. Do you like it? Is it a good one? Do you have an information you want to educate me on? Then, if you have not done it before, what do you think about it? Are you in another school of thought on the subject matter? Just share it in the comment section. Let's discuss what we think about it. But lastly, guys, the last question I have about it is, why are there certain bigger brands not doing it, and they have been in the real estate market for a very long time? That's another question mark I have. Why is it that they're not doing it? Is it that they are not innovative? This is more innovative, or what? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we draw the curtain today on the show. Thank you so much for watching this show yet again with me today. I'll see you guys on the next episode. But hey, let's hang out in the comment section and let's share ideas, bounce ideas off each other. Like I said, I am here to learn and keep on learning in every opportunity that I get. And I know that I can learn from you guys as well. So to all our subscribers, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. For you that are yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, hey, what are you waiting for? Claude, subscribe now. Help us, encourage us here. Subscribe and please turn on your notification button and please share this video with your contacts as well. So I'll see you guys on the next episode or the next video we're uploading. Remember, for us in Nigeria Realty 24/7, we are here to give you informations you will not get elsewhere, that will help you make informed, yes, pre-informed real estate investment decision. And this is because we care so much about you. Yes, you who is a real estate investor. By the way, happy Easter! Yes, this is our Easter Sunday edition. So as you're at home, eating all of your jollof rice, your amala, your pounded yam, whatever it is you're having fun, please ensure that you rest as well. And hey, have as much fun as you can on behalf of me and yourself. So please, I am saying this to you. Please ensure that this festive period, this holiday period, you remain safe and awesome just the way you are. Ladies and gentlemen, my name remains Goodness Usman, the queen of landlord makers. And I say to you, what?